What's up guys, it is that Pin again. I'm here again with another video, and today I did want to talk about the overall raid feature. I can't show it as, our island raid is already ended, but I did want to talk about it, use some stuff as references, and this video kind of serves as a reference point, you know what I mean, for people in the future, as well as people who are just trying to get a better understanding of how the raid feature overall works, and like how Prism coins are allocated, etc, etc. And this is also just a review of sorts, me kind of giving my opinion on the event, how I think that this like overall raid feature is, like, because I honestly generally liked it. I think the only thing that sucked was the helipad not incinerating, and this was obviously a bug, or from my understanding it was a bug, so it's not something you would expect to happen consistently. And I do want to talk about everything. So first off, to start about the declaring war feature. So how this works is you will have an interface right on the island raid menu, which I can't show you guys because obviously island raid is ended, but on day 2 you basically have it pop up as an option, and the leadership, the R5 can declare war, and it's able to pick an outpost. There will be a little mini screen that pops up, and you'll see all 4 of the outposts. You can click any 4 of those and that you want to declare war on the little mini map, and then you're given the option to build a helipad, and you can basically build that, I'm pretty sure, anywhere. I didn't really test it out and like try to place it next to another one, but I'm pretty sure you can build it anywhere. So if I declared war on this outpost right here, this outpost right here, and we actually had our helipad right here, or we wanted to place our helipad right here, we could probably do that, right? The helipad's mostly from what I understand, just to make it more convenient to siege, because you don't have to be connected. So in this case, Ross actually did a good job, right? And ideally our helipad would have incinerated. So what these guys probably would have done was they probably would have surrounded the actual outpost itself with towers on every side. So then what we would have been forced to do is, we wouldn't have been able to siege it, basically, or not siege it properly, because we would have to be walking through their territory. So next time we place a helipad, it might have been right here, and we would have had to walk through their towers where they have, a better vantage point, etc., 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 right? But it is just supposed to make it more convenient, so you can teleport up and you can just refresh marches faster, and it's just a pretty cool feature. I do like it personally. I think that this is actually a really cool way, little cool feature in addition to the game. I get why some people might not like it, but I personally do think it is a cool little feature. That being said, it does last for 40 minutes, the helipad and the actual raid itself, but 10 minutes of that is a preparation phase, so no attacks can be done within that 10-minute period. So basically 10 minutes of those are just you waiting, which I think is mostly so the defense side can get ready and you're not able to just spring an attack on them and like instantly raid the 90k prism coins, because for anybody who doesn't understand, every time you raid, which there's a 12-hour cooldown between each raid, and you can only do 2 in that day, so you can choose to do so you want to be able to run the first raid within at least the first 12 hours, so then you can do the next raid within the next 12 hours, but you can only raid 90,000 coins each raid, right? So you can burn this outpost as many times as you want, and if it has 400k coins or whatever the case, you can only raid 90k, so you have to come back twice, and you could potentially raid up to 180,000 coins, which is nice, but you do have to actually defeat the outpost to get the prism coins, and after that, if you attack it again, that's really only because you want kills, because realistically you're not looting anything else after that. I will say, obviously the helipad thing bugged out, but normally it would incinerate after the battle, which I think is very fair. Basically how this works is there's a duration, or a durability on it, and it'll start burning like a tower would burn or something, so it gives you time to pour it out. So you do have to make sure players aren't just logging off after teleporting up to the helipad. If they do, that is really on them. They're just, honestly being idiotic. And honestly, it's a little thing I wanted to mention. I will say, I think the merit chests were actually kind of insane here, if I'm going to be honest. Merit rewards, I've never had these in Elite Warzone. They don't do that even for Archipelago Raid or anything. I mean, you can see it right here. They don't have it for Elite Warzone merit rewards, you know what I mean? This is not what we don't get any of those, so I was freaking happy for this, as we were able to we were able to get a few, what's it called? We were able to get 3 of these, so I was able to give it to Big D, me, and someone who visited us. So yeah, it was overall really nice. I do think that this raid feature is really cool. I like the Prism coin edition. I do think that it having as much of an impact on your chance of winning is kind of meh to me. I did talk to some people and they kind of also had like different kind of opinions on it, and I can understand both sides of the coin where like if you're able to earn a certain amount of Prism coins, you deserve it at that point to be able to hold potentially a third place or a fourth place. And you know, something I did find actually interesting is there were teams that could raid on this side of the map who didn't have a level 7 outpost, right? And if we, right, we had this level 7 outpost, if we raided Rofs here, right, we raided it, and basically we took 90k, and the 90k instantly went to our level 7 outpost, right? It would go over the number, and it would add up. What I found interesting is if a team did not have an outpost and raided yours, and I tested this in a different map, they would still get the 90k coins, but you couldn't raid it back. And someone tell me if I'm wrong. I literally could find nothing where you could raid the level 7 outpost, or like you could never raid your Prism coins back from that team. So if, like honestly, that's kind of an advantage in a way if you don't have the level 7. Obviously, you know, you would preferably have one, but if you don't have one, you can literally steal potentially up to 180,000 worth of points, which you know are added here. I do want to mention on the third day, you can't raid any more Prism coins. So as long as you end the second day off with a certain amount, you're basically have those locked in. Like we have 1 million points here, but we have an additional 540,000 from the Prism coins, which makes it 1.5 million here. But if a team did get like 90k, for example, like Kish, they didn't even have the. I don't know if they had the level 7 by reset. Which even if they did, it had 0 by the time they captured it, but they raided the outpost, right? And they got 90k coins. That's like super crazy to me. And I feel like that's actually kind of a nasty feature that needs to be fixed. Like there should be some way to raid that back. Like it's kind of, that's kind of rigged if you ask me. I don't know. I just feel kind of, I feel kind of like that's underhanded, you know. But this does have a massive impact on your potential to win. Like Waza right here, they only ended up with their village at the end, but they had a 540k, right, from the phase before on Prism coins, so they were able to maintain their 4th place position because honestly they would have dropped down to 5th place, right? And overall this was kind of crazy. That like how that works is really crazy. I don't know. You guys give me your thoughts on that. I do want to hear what you guys think. I do want to say another feature I really liked about this. Okay, so if you reinforce an outpost, right? So let's say we filled this outpost with, you know, let's say range garrison, whatever the case, right? Let's say we have Big Daddy as garrison, and let's say a team sieged the outpost and they beat it during one of these raids. You know something that's very interesting? The units don't get sent home. The units stay in the outpost. And although there's 0 troops, they stay in the outpost. And the reason this is significant is you can't have another team like instantly jump on the back of that and take advantage of the fact that you have, you know, no garrison captain there and basically just raid all your Prism coins. If you really just leave that guy there and he's like, let's say he's offline or something, your team can basically just fill and beat the next team, or even if like one team beat you and they rally again, you can still fill that and that garrison captain's still going to be there. It doesn't send all your troops back like when you burn a tower or when you take the actual outpost in itself. It just keeps them there at 0 troops, everything each. So that is a really interesting feature I found, and honestly I think that was very necessary to add, and like it wasn't something I would have really thought about, but I really liked that feature being there and stuff. Overall, really like that, and I think it's really effective for teams to be able to utilize that. I really don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about here, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think that was a really cool feature to add. I do overall like it. I do think it was a really nice feature. I have nothing to complain about in that regard, besides maybe Prism coins having slight less of an impact on how high your chances of placing or ranking here. I think like maybe there should be less Prism coins, or maybe it just overall has a less impact, especially that one where like you don't have to have a outpost or something to be able to raid Prism coins, which you should be able to raid Prism coins, but there should be some sort of way to raid them back. I don't know, like it's weird to me, guys. It's a little weird. I mean, I guess if you have an outpost, you're more likely to end up with Prism coins, but then like you're able to actually get them rated is what's like kind of the caveat there. So I don't know if like you would just give up the level 7 and like let someone raid you for. I don't know. You guys give me your opinions though. Give me your thoughts. I do appreciate you guys for watching as always. I hope you guys did enjoy. I do want to hear what you guys think in the comment section, and I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good day or night though, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That was about it, and peace out.